Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. Top of the table. It's the May the 18th version. I'm Brian Bentley with Chris Ballard, Mark
Hello.
Villa, who's
Hi,
playing with the
everybody.
box, and our special guest again, Jeff Krause from the Fire Confidential podcast. Hello, Jeff.
Oh,
Howdy.
man.
The newly
Oh,
minted, your level D coach?
Yes. I am
oh,
a
congratulations.
USMNT licensed coach, so I can pretend I know what I'm doing with one letter higher in the alphabet.
Well,
Nice.
Nice.
Is
Nice.
Sarah
Nice.
a
Nice.
level
Nice.
D coach, or
Sarah's a double D coach, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now that she's pregnant, oh, dear God, it's like triple F.
Sarah's waiting to hear back on her A, I think,
Yes.
That's
And-
no joke.
and she's also on assignment.
That's. I mean,
Uh,
the D was.
So,
Who
Mark-
is this assignment person? Because she always seems to be on it.
I know, right?
Yeah, lucky old assignment.
So, Mark, as you can notice,
Yes.
is for those that are either watching, nobody's watching it live. So if you're watching it on the website, if you're listening, you'll just have to use theater of the mind. Mark is distracted right now because show us what you're doing again, Mark.
I'm going through all of my tops MLS player cards.
And that's how many boxes?
If you find these at your local Target, it's a box of 7 plus a bonus pack with a guaranteed autograph in every box.
Right, but
And how
and
many
that's the 2014 version.
This is 2014.
So why is Camilo in there?
Players.
What, Jeff?
Yeah. I said autographs from Columbus Crew players.
That's why it's a target.
I
You can't
figured-
even get them on checks.
Got a Jason Krause autograph as
Oh, that's
the
nice.
manager of NYFC, and you can see the back of that.
You have just received Yay, New York.
What does it say on the top for the complete set? What?
Visit www.bsports.com tops 50 for a complete list.
Oh, nice.
So there's that. I just dropped my Claudio Reyna NYFC card somewhere. Then you get a bunch of, wetback cards as well. I don't know why they put Mexican national team in there. I'm not sure why.
See, this is why we have lower thirds with Mark's Twitter on there.
And then you get a
Yeah.
throwback Thierry Henry card when he was still a badass. Yeah, it's a waste of money, but hey, that's the kind of guy I am.
It's all right. You're having fun.
Yeah.
So, we've been off for the last 3 weeks.
And Will signed his Johnson.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I want to take a second. I want to say congratulations to our friend, someone who has always been willing to help us out whenever we had a question with something dumb, Alexi Lawless, who finally got his college degree this weekend from Rutgers.
Yes, congrats.
26 years.
Yep.
Yes,
I'm sure
hashtag
he'll never
26-year
find
plan.
out.
And
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know, if you hit him up on Twitter and you're sincere and honest and straight with him, he will give you his phone number, and you can interview him about anything you want, and he'll talk to you for hours.
Wait, so why have we got Jeff rather than Alessi Lalas on this show? I mean, no offense, Jeff.
He is really one of the most amazing people and most giving and forthright, hey, I'll help you out if you want a hand with something kind of guys there is out there in the soccer world. So if you want to do an interview, you got something to say, some question to ask, legit things, hit him up on Twitter, and more than likely he'll hit you back and hang out with you online or something.
And actually, Mark fails to mention, but he's been on the show,
He has been on our show.
and he was the same way.
Yeah,
He
really
said,
great.
Please and thank
Yeah.
you. And Mark and I got a chance to interview him for almost an hour, and it was really, really fun.
Yeah, the one interaction I've had with the guy has been nothing but positive. I saw him. He was up in Newtown a couple of years ago. He was just a nice guy.
Absolute top-notch man.
So we have
Absolutely.
been gone for 3 weeks. I was working the Dallas Red Bull New York game, and that cut into our taping time. And that one got chippy. Alexi, no, I got Alexi lost in the brain. Tim Cahill was the recipient of a Javon Watson boot to the
Bits?
midriff, as he called it in post game.
The T. Oh, that annoys me.
But for those of you that share our same familiar sense of humor, it would be Squaw, is where he was kicked.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and then last week was Mother's Day, and as we said, we wanted to spare everybody Mark's Your Mama jokes. And now we're back this week.
Yo mama's so fat, her Patronus is a cake.
How long are you going to use that?
Since
If
last
fat were
week.
red bricks, yo mama would be the projects.
So, Hank is not here, and I figure what better time to start with a question about the New England Revolution. For those of you new to our show, we welcome you as number 5 or 6 listener. Here's the way the show works. I ask 10 questions, all MLS related. Some of them sincere, some of them silly, some of them require one-word answers, some of them require multi-word answers, depending on who they go to.
Can I just
you
note for 2 of those 3 weeks the Galaxy shit the bed?
you can.
And yesterday as well.
It's almost like Mark has read my question list.
All right.
So I will give out a hashtag at the end of our 10 questions, and if you are following along or would like to play along, you can answer any of our 10 questions or all of our 10 questions using the hashtag that I give out. Question number 1. Over the last 3 weeks, New England has scored 12 goals. 5 this week, 5 last week, as a matter of fact. And they're undefeated in the last 5. Since Hank's not here, let's all say something nice about the Revolution. Mark?
That's all you can think to say.
Chris?
I like the Revolution. I follow them myself now, so they're really exciting and fun to watch. There you go.
Jeff?
Wow.
I think they're finally coming into their own. I
Loosely
thought they looked good in preseason, and then they came out at the beginning of the season looked horrible, and they're turning it around. I don't think they're going to put up 5 goals every week, but parity.
They put 5 on Seattle.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, wasn't it?
Friend of the show, Lee Wynn, my vote for MVP. Oh, wait, I don't get a ballot. Question number 2, true or false, Vancouver is responsible for New England's current success? Mark.
Yeah. In large part, absolutely.
Why?
Because they dropped Lee Wen.
And?
And Diego.
And?
Who else was there?
Knighton.
I don't know who else is on that team. I don't
Chris,
follow
true or
them. I don't care
false?
about them.
False. They've done well with some acquisitions and team players they've brought through, particularly for Gundes.
Jeff.
True. One man's trash is another man's treasure, and saying false would mean I'd have to give credit to Kellen Rowe, and I refuse to do that.
He hasn't been playing though, really.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know,
say...
is he even healthy? I'm not sure.
He came back last week. Sorry, Brian, but
No,
he
it's all
hadn't done anything until then. He came on the last 10 minutes, I think, last week. I don't think he played yesterday. So, oh well.
Tom Son is also a bench coach for New England. I'm going to say it is true. But
Of course you are. No question.
No, but if Lee Wynn does not send a certain questionable tweet, he may still be a Vancouver Whitecap.
Yes.
Question number 3. Save that one.
Fire Bruce! Sorry.
With the first allocation spot, TFC should blank. Jeff.
Pass.
Mark.
Who's up?
Well, we know who's up, don't we?
No,
Dempsey?
I don't know who's up.
I don't know who's up either, actually.
It's going to be Ricochet, isn't it?
Rumored to be.
Yeah.
But there was a report saying that in April the two sides did talk and could not reach an agreement.
Ricochet's a douche. Done. Everyone agrees.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. He has a monster show. It's all right.
We'll stick with Toronto. Toronto and LA both have 3 games in hand. Is your answer watch out or so what? Jeff.
I'm gonna lean farther towards watch out than so what, but I'm not convinced on them yet.
Chris.
Watch out for TFC, but I think LA are struggling. I think they have not been good all year.
Mark.
Shit.
The answers are either watch out or so what.
Bed. Ugh.
Question number 5. Question number 5. Mark's phrase "shit the bed" has been worn out. Please find me a new one. Jeff.
Is that a question?
That is question number 5. I will show you right here.
Wow.
Levi, question number 5. There you go.
I like Mark, so I'll say, it's okay. It's not worn out yet.
If you remember, we did set an over-under. So much so that he had the poop emoji last night in a tweet.
Yes, I did.
24 times.
Wow.
And why is there not a bed emoji? I want to know.
Chris?
It's entirely appropriate to keep using "shit the bed" because that basically describes their season.
Yeah, there's no other way to do it, man. I mean, all the tweets I sent out last night about, even the one I saw today, I wonder how many cigarettes Bruce Arena puts out in his own arm when he checks his fantasy team. Jeez, McGee scored twice again so far.
I totally set you up for that one, and you just played right into it. Thank you. Unrelated, Colorado finally has a shirt sponsor, and it's not Chipotle. That frustrates me. It's not a question, it's a statement. I can do whatever I want. Number 7. Those of you that
Would it be better if it were the biggest dispensary in town?
Those of you that have followed any show that I've been on with Chris for any period of time know the Chipotle and Colorado gag. Question number 7. SweetTarts or Sprees? Mark?
Sprees.
Jeff?
SweetTarts every time.
Chris?
I have no idea what either of those are.
Slimy.
Crumpets.
It's the same as, what do you call them?
That's helpful.
Something English.
That narrows it down.
I like
Sexual
it.
repression.
It's like the disapproving brush off. And something English. It's candy.
It's like spotted dick, but different.
We don't call soda fizzy drink.
Chris knows all about spotted dick.
July 4th, we won. Oh, yeah.
Are you done?
I'm really gonna... The MLS is hinting that they are expanding to Las Vegas. Give me their club name and shirt sponsor.
Oh, God.
Well, that means I go with you first, Chris.
Oh, my fault. The Las Vegas Despair. And obviously they're going to be sponsored by Gamblers Anonymous, which kind of defies the object of the name Anonymous, but still.
Jeff?
Oh. Club name. Mobsters. Because they'd be dumb enough to try to get it to carry over.
Yeah.
And sponsor, Joe Pesci.
Nice. Very nice.
Mark?
The Blowhounds. Las Vegas Blowhounds.
And their shirt sponsor?
Oh. I don't know.
Or the correct answer was the Las Vegas Hustle, and the Crazy Horse would be their shirt sponsor. Number 9, true or false?
Crazy Horse isn't that good anymore.
Jermaine Dafoe and Dafoe and Martins have been left off of their respective international clubs. Is this bad news for the MLS?
Circus, it's pretty good. They got good girls there.
Before we go any further, why are you saying the MLS, Brian? What are you, English? Come on now.
What did I say? Oh, sorry.
It doesn't need a definite.
The question. Let me read it again.
Thank you.
Which was...
When the fuck did Ada Dizdar come on this show?
True or false? Dafoe and Martins being left off of their respective international clubs is bad news for MLS. Mark.
Yes. No.
Thank you for shitting the bed on that question. Jeff.
Eddie Johnson. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Everybody talks about him so much.
You'll want to save that because that'll be your answer to number 10.
Oh, sweet. No, I don't think it's a big deal. I think anybody making a big deal out of that, it's overrated. I'm trying to give a very serious answer now. And
no, don't be serious. Get on the show.
No.
What are you doing?
No impact.
No. Is it bad news, not PR-wise, but bad news because they're going to run roughshod all over the league during the international break? Think about it from that angle, maybe.
If they run roughshod over the league.
Did you see the goal Martin scored last night?
Every blind squirrel finds a nut sometimes.
Speaking of blind squirrels, we go to Chris Ballard.
Yeah, I think it's.
Who hasn't found a nut in a long time?
Right.
You know what? I come on.
I'm sorry, Chris. I totally just set a bear trap for you.
I know. Come on now. I get no respect.
We had the sweetest conversation. Everything was great. He was telling me about his new job, and I totally just threw him right under the bus.
Yeah, you know Via's going to jump on it. So anyway, yes, MLS defenders are going to be worried because they're both going to score a hat load of goals.
Yes, I will jump on Chris's nuts.
What? I gotta change my hashtag.
Oh no. Oh, good.
Oh no! Wait, we've already used some form of D's nuts already. And God bless you, Don Garber. We hope you're getting well. Question number 10: which men's national team player gets left off the squad, either hasn't been called in or is on the provisional roster now, and comes back to make MLS pay? Chris.
Brad Davis.
That was gonna be my answer too. Jeff.
Mike McGee.
Did he
Go
get
ahead.
called up? I didn't even know that.
He got left off provisional, didn't he?
He got left off everything. He still has food poisoning.
Oh, so I thought you were talking about the 7 who got called up
I'm.
already and then got dropped. I still think
I was leaning that way, but I wrote it ambiguously, just as I wrote number 9 about being bad news.
I actually think, I think Brad Davis probably doesn't make the cut. He probably will make teams pay.
And he shouldn't go. I don't think he's good enough. All he has is a left foot. I don't think he's good enough for the. Yeah.
Along with Yedlin and Beckerman and.
No, I like Beckerman. I think he should go.
No.
I don't mind Beckerman. I just think he's too deep in the depth chart to make the cut.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think Beckerman has been excellent the last 2 seasons. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the league. So.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people are going to cry but look how he paired with Bradley against Mexico.
Well, that's not. I mean, that was encouraging, but the team's not going to play that way at all in the World Cup.
I know, but that's what people are going to reach for.
Well, they're wrong. So.
I mean, you remember the first couple of games under Klinsmann, everybody was ready to jump off the ledge.
Yeah, but wasn't Robbie Rogers the guy who scored in Klinsmann's first game? I mean, he's playing for Los Angeles Galaxy 2 now, I think. So.
Yeah. No, he
got
minutes last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind.
All right, Mark.
Did he shit the best?
Which men's national team player gets left off the World Cup squad and comes back to make the MLS pay?
Landon.
Landon doesn't make the squad?
I don't think so.
Wow, really?
Unless he's been saving something tremendous thus far in the MLS season, I don't see him actually making the squad. I really don't.
Makes a point, because this year he hasn't shown enough, has he? I mean, he's shown nothing so far.
He hasn't shown anything.
Unless he's going to... Yeah. I mean, unless he's going to the camp and he absolutely sets the camp on fire, his form has not been good enough to warrant a place, that's for sure.
No. And, I mean, I've been fortunate to have a few moments at a few different times with the guy, and he loves the game, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think he's going to make the squad this year. I don't. I hope he does. I don't think he will.
Do you not think...
Secondarily, I wonder who's... will the cheers be bigger for Brad Davis than they were for Brian Ching in Houston?
No one cares about Houston.
I don't, but they kicked our ass last. Well, they didn't kick
our
ass. They got a lucky break.
I was going to ask about Donovan. Do you think that because if Klinsmann drops Dan and Donovan, there's a ready-made thing to beat him with if it goes wrong in the World Cup. So do you think that might save Landon Donovan's place?
I'm sorry, I was making faces. What?
Yeah, I know. You weren't paying attention. I get no respect on this show.
I found the Brad Davis card. I was making fun of his face. Looks like a stooge, doesn't he?
He looks like Jude Law.
So
Jude
I'm sorry.
Law's a slightly younger alcoholic brother.
If Klinsmann doesn't take him, what happens?
Well, if Klinsmann doesn't take him, then a stick with which to beat the guy if USA don't get out of the group. So I mean, I think if you're risk averse, like Klinsmann sometimes can be, you take him just to avoid yourself having that.
No, because I don't think there's that stick unless he does come back and absolutely torch the league.
Oh no, that's true. Yeah, if he's Donovan, the same Donovan he's been so far,
So
everyone's going to be like, wah.
How many weeks was the top story? Donovan's next goal makes him all-time leading scorer, and how many times in recent weeks have we not heard it?
I heard it last week.
Based on his performance.
Heard it happen, you mean?
But what I'm saying is, like, that was the top story. The next goal he scores is going to be that's going to make him all-time MLS scorer, and then it's just completely dropped off the radar.
Well, yeah, we've also had 3 fewer games than everybody else. I mean, that hasn't helped.
No, I'm using that to support your argument of his recent play.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody else in the league cares, to be honest, outside of LA. I don't think past the first week of the season anyone in MLS cares.
I bet Jeff Cunningham cares. I bet he's at home with a land on from voodoo doll saying, "Die, you bold bastard, die." Or is that my ex-wife?
And there's our hashtag.
Die, you bastard, die?
I was going to say hashtag was going to be Chris's ex-wife, but I kind of like the other one better.
All right.
I thought it was going to be Donovan Voodoo Doll, but that's kind of wordy.
Anything
Well, you could just abbreviate it to
We can't abbreviate it and make it VD Donovan. That would be terrible. And there it is. You can play along with us this week using the hashtag VD Donovan. We would love for Tyler and Nick and
That's it. That's still the only people who watch it, isn't it?
no, Jeff Ballard.
Oh yeah.
Probably somebody else.
There's Megamind.
But if you would, who?
Look at that dome, man. It's Megamind.
Lex Luthor, man.
How much would you love it if he showed up to the first game of the World Cup and he actually had hair again? That would just freak everybody out, wouldn't it?
I got to tell you, I got a chance to speak with him after they played here. He is a very, very intense. Every word that comes out of his mouth is just processed before he goes. He's very well spoken. He doesn't give you those cliche sports.
Right.
What we needed to do. I mean, like his answer after they played was like, "We did not deserve to win today. We played terribly." And he stood there and took it, and gave out some.
Oh, you should have lightning round.
Yeah.
Was it in the locker room? Is he a smoothie?
Oh God.
No, Mark, he was not drinking anything after the game. Not gonna even
Dignify that, yeah.
Right.
Good idea.
Here's a quick question for you guys. So whenever I get quotes after the game from the visiting teams, is it worth posting for anybody here? Does anybody care?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I get them.
Only if they're interesting.
I had Dax McCarty's, which was good when he said the playing field at FC Dallas was the worst he's ever played on.
Oh, that's quite good.
Thierry Henry was actually very, as much as sometimes we give Thierry Henry a hard time for being
Thierry Henry
not very nice to the media. He was super nice, but I think it was because I have a team credential, and I'm just standing there getting quotes. But he was very, very nice and offered to shake my hand and answered questions. It was pretty cool. I have to say the Chivas players, probably the easiest and the nicest in the league to deal with.
Oh, really?
Dan Kennedy actually apologized last night for making me wait to get quotes.
I don't tell my girlfriend.
He's like, "I'm really sorry. I stretched after the game and I took a shower. I hope you're not late. I'm like, "It's okay. I'm
not going anywhere."
That's awfully kind of you. Thank you." So if anybody cares, and this goes to the listeners as well, I'll start. I'll put them up on our video or our Vimeo or YouTube account, and I'll just start putting. It's always the head coach and one or two players afterwards. So I don't mind doing that.
Jeff, have you heard any other stories about Dax McCarty when he was at Dallas?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I heard a story that I was told was the reason for him being ousted when he was, and it had to do with a used limousine and rookies.
Oh,
And
no.
it comes from a really reliable source, but I've been rebuffed from other people, so I just don't know if it's worth even going into.
No,
And no sources are on this show, by the way.
No sources are on this show. It's someone from the Twitter who has...
Oh, that's totally reliable all the time.
Well, this person happens to
I
have
read
really
it on
good sources.
Wikipedia. To quote Hogan's
And
Heroes,
just-
I know nothing.
Again,
If I know about it,
I'm not going into it. If anybody else heard any of the stories, I'm not going into it. I'll leave it at that.
Nope. Well, if we
What's
get
the next
enough,
question?
response, I'll start putting those up if anybody cares.
Yeah, and ask that request at VD Donovan.
Yes.
yes.
And actually, coming up this week, FC Dallas is at the Galaxy on Wednesday night, Mark.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking plastic mattress pad with me.
Is that a friend?
No, it's when they shit the bed. It's still clean to sleep on.
Oh. Can't believe I walked right into that one. Or slipped into that one.
Yeah.
There
Hey,
you go.
are we putting a friendly wager on the game?
I don't know. Snapchat penis pics. What?
Well, who gets them? Is it the loser or the winner?
I was gonna say, that means we have third party now.
Doesn't everybody win there?
Yeah.
We can do a friendly wager. What do you want to do?
I'm surprised he didn't use a panoramic mode joke.
What would you like to wage?
I don't know.
Thank you for the jacket, by the way.
You're welcome.
I still have your Oscar jacket. I gotta get it to you.
Okay.
No, it's 85 degrees here. I'm in no rush to receive a sweat jacket, Mason.
I know.
My man.
It was 103 yesterday. I know.
Oh, it's not that bad here.
Yeah, it's been dumb all week.
Why
What's
do
the
you
next
people
question?
live where you live? It's like hotter than hell.
What?
Only for a few days here and there.
It's so hot. Mind you, it gets above 80 and we're passing out in the streets of England soon.
Yeah, it's constantly spring there in LA.
Hey, Chris.
So the couple of days a year
paper
they
mache.
get summer, they freak out.
Sorry?
Say paper mache.
Why? Because I say paper mache? Is that why? See?
Damn it. Now I want to change the hashtag.
You're like the bloody women from Love Actually. Bottle. Bottle. Table. Yeah, it's the same.
Table. I like how Chris uses that metaphor like he's been with 3 hot broads in a Milwaukee bar getting never mind.
Ever.
They were in Wisconsin, right? I did want us to do some cheddar.
Yeah, they were in Milwaukee, I think.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of VD, you can play along this week with hashtag VD Donovan, and we would love to hear your answers and responses.
Who else do we think will not make the 23-man roster? Davis, Donovan, Yedlin.
Yedlin. I think he'll drop Wondolowski, but I don't think he should. Mind you, I guess if he dropped Donovan, he probably won't drop Wondolowski, will he?
Well, yeah. Remember, the only 2 times. Let's go back to last year's Gold Cup. Wando only scored, or was it Gold Cup?
Last year was the Gold Cup, yeah.
Yeah, he only scored those monster goals in the first in the friendly beforehand that meant nothing, and the first goal that was a complete blowout. As soon as the competition got stiff and he wasn't able to beat sloppy and pick up the sloppy, as soon as he wasn't able to just hang out in a box untouched, he dried up.
Well, yeah, he got his first goal against Guatemala in July of last year, and he's had 8 more since, and he had a hat trick against Belize in the Gold Cup.
I mean, were those games difficult?
Belize.
I mean, he's not gonna have any scoring chance like that against Ghana, against Portugal. It's not gonna happen.
Well, he would have to beat out Terrence Boyd and Aaron Johansson,
Mm-hmm.
and that would still put him, third or fourth striker. Because you got
I don't think he'll go, but I mean, he's going to be involved in the warm-up games, right? So what happens if he scores 3 goals in the 3 warm-up games? He kind of has to go because you're using them as an audition. And I think like he's done in the last few games, he's turned up. So I think if Klinsmann is giving him a chance to prove his bona fides, as you say, or no one says anymore because that was from the 18th century. But it's, you give him a chance to do it, and he performs, you have to take him. Otherwise, what's the point in having him in the squad at all? And he's scoring more than Altidor's been doing. I'm not saying
we did that with Edson Buttle last time. He did nothing in the tournament.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think you bring these players in to get a bigger look at them. And I know the games aren't the only thing, but if the guy does his job in the games that he's put in for, you have to take him. And that's why Donovan's at risk, because he hasn't done it for the US team either.
But who are those games against?
Mexico.
Do we have a friendly against Mexico leading up?
Oh no, I mean he scored against Mexico last time out. They play
the one in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember who they play now. I think I should know that really, but Turkey, Azerbaijan, and Nigeria.
John Brooks very likely doesn't make it.
No, he doesn't make it.
He's reserved for Hertha Berlin. I don't think Brad Davis would have to beat out Bradley, Zusi, Jermaine Jones, Julian Green, Beckerman, Discarud, and Moedu.
And Joe Corona, right?
I don't think Joe Corona makes it.
Well, so he's another one who doesn't make it then.
Right.
I said Matt Beasler with no real basis, and I think I imploded the internet the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I think I responded to you. Like, if you don't watch the last year or two of the game, yeah. Mind you, Gonzalez hasn't exactly been brilliant, has he?
No, and he shit the bed against Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been hurt.
Yeah, Brooks. I don't think Brooks goes. Yeah, it doesn't go.
I can think of 4 more people that aren't going.
Go on then.
I'm not going.
They're all right here.
Yeah.
Probably think of 4 more people, and they're all listening. All right. Anything you want to plug before we go, Mark?
Other than Chris, no.
Chris?
Other than, no.
What would you like plugged?
Nothing.
Damn it, people.
I know.
And to our one serious journalist on this panel, Jeff Krause.
Yeah, right.
Would you like anything you would like to promote at this point in the show?
Oh, thank you.
And I use the word show very, very loosely.
Now, everybody knows, or hopefully knows, where to find the podcast. We're getting ready to kick off a live call-in show this Sunday at 10 Central, so, yeah.
Hey, Jeff, what do you think about my boy Greg Cochran? How's the buzz on him in town?
I think he probably, over these last 2 games, lost his starting spot. I think Segaris is probably going to take over for him again at left back against Columbus next weekend. That said, I like him. I think he's done well. He's had some lapses, but, I mean, if you look at Chicago defenders, there's plenty of that to go around.
Right.
And he hasn't been the most egregious one for sure.
Okay.
So your live call-in show starting next week.
Starting, this coming Sunday, 10 a.m. Central on radiovive.us, and we'll also be streaming it live through North American Soccer Network.
Excellent. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
If you want to follow us, we are at Top of the Table TV on Twitter, topoftheTable.tv on the web, where you can find, if you're listening to this, you can actually watch the episode, you can catch any past episodes, you can tweet along with us this week, hashtag...
Are those Dora the Explorer headphones?
Yes! Yeah, I wonder how long it would take.
That's the game every week. So somebody notices what I'm wearing on my headphones are, Dora the Explorer. Yep. These are special Beats edition. Cost me an arm and a leg.
And her head, obviously.
Right. See? Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Taking our jobs.
Right.
Have I told you about my script for Backdoor, the Anal Explorer?
To get out of here while we still can, you can play along hashtag VD Donovan.
How are you going to make money on the back end?
Oh, don't worry.
I hate you all. We'll see. No, just not all of you.
Yeah, just Mark.
These two.
Just me.
Just Mark.
Yeah.
That's like the understood you of every conversation. I hate you.
Yeah.
Jeff, thank you for joining us, everybody. RadioVive.us to hear it, and it's going to stream on North American Soccer Network. Check him out at FireConf. No, FireConf.
That's Guillermo. Yeah,
That's good.
That's Guillermo, my co-host.
That's good preparation.
But you're at DB Jeff.
Another.
It's right here. It's not on his list.
Fire
Yeah,
Confidential.
The the podcast one is FirePod FC.
That's what I meant. Sorry,
But-
FirePod FC.
But if you want to talk to somebody even like that's probably the most educated fire media person.
See,
on
as soon as you said if we wanted to talk to somebody that was educated, we were immediately eliminated from that conversation.
Yeah. If you've not seen the show, we're not paying attention.
the other 4 listeners.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely looking for somebody more educated than the 3 idiots that are on the
We're
show.
waiting for the wrestling podcast.
Guillermo, my co-host, is at FireConf, and the guy is a walking Chicago Fire encyclopedia. So definitely worth your time to hit him up
If you're a Chicago Fire fan.
if you're a Chicago Fire.
Sing us out, Mark.
Up me,
There
up me, up me, up me, up me.
That's it. We'll see you next week on Top of the Table. Everybody, oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is so sad. Bye.